Imagine a world before dinosaurs, where the continents were unrecognizable and the oceans teemed with bizarre, monstrous life. These were the first great predators, real creatures, not myths, ruling the seas for hundreds of millions of years. Their shapes were strange, their power unmatched. Join me as we plunge into these ancient oceans to meet the monsters that once reigned. Our journey begins over 500 million years ago, in the Cambrian period. The oceans then were a chaotic experiment, filled with new forms of life. No fish, no sharks, no whales, just nature's first attempts at building animals. Some creatures were soft, others armored themselves with shells, a game-changing innovation. Here, the drama of predator and prey began, sparking an evolutionary arms race. Defenses like armor and spines evolved, but so did more fearsome hunters. This eternal struggle shaped the diversity of life in our oceans. Prepare to leave the familiar behind and explore lost kingdoms of the deep. By studying their fossils, we piece together the story of Earth's first terrifying ocean predators. The water grows darker. Our journey into the abyss begins. We've arrived in the Cambrian explosion, a time when the oceans suddenly filled with complex animals. Before this, life was simple, but now skeletons, legs, and eyes appeared everywhere. The seafloor was alive with bizarre beings, none stranger or more successful than the trilobites. Think of them as ancient sea bugs, armored and jointed, scuttling across the mud. Trilobites thrived, but their hard shells were their only defense against new threats. The Cambrian seas also hosted Wiwaxia, covered in spines, and Hallucigenia, with stilt-like legs and spikes. Opabenia, with 5 eyes and a grasping claw, was another oddity. These were nature's first experiments in animal design. This explosion of life created a new food web, and a new role, apex predator. The peaceful days were over. A new era of fear had begun. Its king was a creature so alien, its discovery changed our understanding of early life. In the Cambrian waters, one creature towered above the rest, Anomalocaris, the abnormal shrimp. Its fossilized parts baffled scientists for years, until they realized they belonged to a single giant predator. Anomalocaris could reach a meter in length, a giant among tiny creatures. It had a segmented body, flexible lobes for swimming, and 2 large compound eyes for spotting prey. Its most terrifying features were its spiny arms, perfect for grabbing trilobites. Once caught, prey was crushed by a circular, tooth-lined mouth. Anomalocaris was a brutal, efficient killer, driving the evolution of thicker shells and sharper spines in its prey. As the Cambrian's top predator, it kept populations in check and shaped the ecosystem. But life is change. New, more powerful predators would eventually end its reign. The abnormal shrimp's time as king was over. The story of ocean monsters was just beginning. The next chapter would be even more fearsome. Fast forward to the Devonian, the age of fishes, where armored placoderms dominated the seas. Among them, Dunkleosteus stood out, a 6-meter-long juggernaut encased in bony armor. Its head was nearly indestructible, but its real weapon was its mouth. Instead of teeth, it had self-sharpening bony plates that formed a deadly beak. Its bite could crush bone and shell, making it the apex predator of its time. Dunkleosteus ate anything it could catch, even other Dunkleosteus. For 50 million years it ruled the oceans with brute force, but mass extinction ended its dynasty, clearing the way for new predators. The armored terror was gone, but the arms race continued. The seas were ready for their next rulers. After the armored fish vanished, marine reptiles claimed the ocean throne. While dinosaurs ruled the land, their cousins evolved into spectacular sea hunters. Mosasaurus, part lizard, part shark, as long as a bus, was the apex predator of the late Cretaceous. With flexible skulls and massive jaws, they could swallow enormous prey whole. Mosasaurus hunted fish, ammonites, turtles, even other marine reptiles. But it wasn't alone. Ichthyosaurs, dolphin-like speedsters, and plesiosaurs, with long necks, filled every niche. These reptiles created a complex, dangerous world beneath the waves. For over 150 million years they ruled the seas. But even their reign would end in cataclysm. Before Mosasaurus, the Jurassic seas belonged to pliosaurs, especially Liopleurodon. At up to 7 meters, Liopleurodon was a powerhouse, built for ambush. 4 massive flippers gave it explosive speed, perfect for surprise attacks. Its enormous head, packed with conical teeth, delivered bone-crushing bites. With a keen sense of smell, it hunted anything: fish, squid, even other marine reptiles. Fossilized bones bear the marks of its ferocity. For millions of years, Liopleurodon was the undisputed master of its domain. The Jurassic Ocean was its kingdom. What made these sea monsters such perfect predators? Evolution armed them with deadly jaws and specialized teeth, crushing, slicing, or piercing, each suited to their prey. Speed was vital. Ichthyosaurs chased fast fish. Mosasaurus ambushed with explosive bursts. Dunkleosteus lunged with power. Armor played a role too. Dunkleosteus's bony head was both shield and weapon. For others, sheer size was defense. Few dared challenge a full-grown Liopleurodon or Mosasaurus. Super senses gave them the edge. Anomalocaris had advanced eyes. Liopleurodon likely tracked prey by scent. These adaptations, jaws, speed, armor, senses, created the ultimate prehistoric hunters. The ancient oceans were a battleground of innovation. Every adaptation was a response to the arms race between predator and prey. The result? Monsters perfectly tuned for survival. Their legacy is written in the fossils they left behind. The hunt shaped the world beneath the waves. Even the mightiest ocean monsters couldn't escape extinction. Mass extinctions, catastrophic events, wiped out vast numbers of species, reshaping life on Earth. The late Devonian extinction ended the reign of armored fish like Dunkleosteus, as seas changed and food vanished. The most famous extinction, 66 million years ago, was triggered by a massive asteroid. Oceans darkened, food chains collapsed, and marine reptiles like Mosasaurus disappeared forever. Their world ended suddenly, leaving the seas empty and waiting for new rulers. Each extinction cleared the stage for new life to evolve. The age of the great marine reptiles was over. The ancient sea monsters are gone, but their legacy lives on. After marine reptiles vanished, mammals evolved into whales and dolphins, the new giants and hunters of the sea. Sharks, survivors from the age of Dunkleosteus, perfected their predatory skills over millions of years. The arms race between predator and prey continues in every ocean. Today's crabs, lobsters, and shrimp trace their lineage to Cambrian arthropods. Squid and octopus are modern echoes of ancient ammonites. By studying fossils, we understand how life adapts and thrives. The story of the ocean is still being written. Its monsters, both past and present, remind us of nature's endless creativity.